Hey YouTube family and friends, thanks for joining my channel. This is Tommy's Travels. Today I did a little walk and talk along the National Highway, which is a road that circumvents the entire island. So just a little section of that, really right by my apartment. But it was just a little walk and talk along the National Highway. So thanks for watching, thanks for liking. Please subscribe and comment because that helps with the algorithm, and hopefully that would help me get more subscribers. So thanks again, and here's my video. Hey, good morning YouTubers. Thanks for joining my channel. This is Tommy's Travels. And today I am going to walk along the National Highway. This is a highway that basically circumvents the entire island. And so I'm going to take a walk down the road. Supposedly there is a French bakery about a 5-minute walk down the road. I've heard of it ever since I've moved here, but I've never been there, so I want to check it out, maybe get some croissants. But this is the National Highway. It basically circumvents, like I said, the entire island. It's 4-lane here. You get into Dumaguete and it's only goes to 1 lane, and at parts it's 1 way. Depending on the time of day. During the day it's 1 way, at night it's 2 way. Very confusing. I still get confused when I go to downtown Dumaguete. But this is 4-lane here. Eventually, basically right now, at least here, from Sipilon all the way to Saitan, it's 4-lane, except when you, again, go through Dumaguete. But eventually, this is going to be 4-lane all the way around the island. So I'm sure I'll be long gone before that happens. The Philippines is not the fastest when it comes to infrastructure. But this is the National Highway. We're just going to walk along and check it out while I'm walking down to get some croissants. There's a little laundry right across the street. I just dropped off the sheets and everything over there where the green awning is. I got my hair cut for 60 pesos. This is a little store that's directly behind our apartment. Teng Yung Enterprises. This thing, you know, you hear the saying, everything but the kitchen sink. Well, this place actually has kitchen sinks. It's a hardware store. They have groceries, they have cigarettes, they have Coke. They don't have fresh produce, they don't have fresh meat, but, you know, canned stuff, box stuff, bread, things like that you can get. You can get hardware. I bought a bag of zip ties. And they have kitchen sinks and everything. But I want to call your attention again to the across the street. 60 pesos for a haircut. One thing in the Philippines is people talk about the poverty here. Building a 7-Eleven, taking forever for them to open that up. They talk about the poverty here. You figure 60 pesos for a haircut. If the dude does 20 haircuts a day, That's a little over $20 US. And I'm sure that's a good day for him to do that many haircuts. And then you have, you know, basically shacks. You'll see really nice houses, and right next door you'll see shacks. Kind of reminds me of Mexico. It was the same way. You'll see really nice houses, and then you see shacks right next door. But again, you have to consider the amount of money that Filipinos make. Mexico and here, it amazes me how hardworking these people are. And they will work an 8 to 12-hour day, 6 days a week for maybe 500 pesos a day. My girlfriend's sister works at 7-Eleven, and I think she said she makes about 800 pesos a day, 6 days a week, 8-hour shift. So you're working for less than $20 a day. The medium income in the Philippines is about 350 US dollars a month. So what you'll see is multiple family members. You know, it could be 8, 10 family members living in a house, and only one of those people work, and that's their only income, and they live on that. It just amazes me how people talk about you know, the beggars and everything here in the Philippines. Well, you gotta, hello, you gotta do what you gotta do. And when you only make 350 peso, US dollars a month, and that is for rent or your mortgage, food, electricity, water, that doesn't leave you a lot of money. And like I said, people complain about the beggars or the people of the Philippines. I'd like to see some foreigner survive here on that much money. Here's some cars for sale. But you got little stores all up and down. You know, like I said, people will do whatever they can to make money. So you'll see, like my neighbor drives a trike, and you'll see hundreds of trikes when you get into town, and you'll see hundreds of little sorry stores. Somebody will open one, and then their neighbor will open one. You know, they're just trying to make some money. And the employment in the Philippines, it's really hard to find a job. And I found this out talking to another foreigner. His girlfriend used to work at a restaurant, a very nice restaurant in downtown Dumaguete. And the waitresses there had to have college degrees. A lot of places won't even hire you unless you have a college degree. Just waiting tables or whatever. Also, what they'll do, I dated a girl when I first moved here. She worked at Hypermart, which is a large grocery store chain. And what they'll do is they'll hire people. They'll work 6 months, and then after 6 months they'll let them go, because after 6 months they have to start paying them benefits. So even if you have a job here, it's going to be very hard to keep it. Now you see the green signs there. When you go underneath those green signs, the highway becomes 2-lane, and you're entering Dumaguete proper. The city limits of Dumaguete are right there where that green sign is, and the road goes from 4-lane to 2-lane. One of these days, maybe I'll do a video of me on my trike going into town, and you can actually see how unbelievably crazy it is here to drive. There are no stop signs, there's no stoplights. People will pass you. Oh, wires are down. People will pass you on the shoulder, cut in front of you, turn left. They pull out, don't even look, don't know how to use their mirrors. They'll just cut you off. The traffic here is insane, but you know, after being here for a couple of years and driving, I found myself driving more and more like a Filipino because you have to. You know, when I learned to drive and I drove a Harley, you know, I had a Harley, I had my car, and when I learned to drive, we talk about that buffer zone, you know, not following too close to the vehicle in front of you. But here, if you leave any gap between you and the vehicle in front of you, it rained last night, so I got to keep my eyes out on where I'm walking. There's puddles everywhere. If you leave yourself a gap, you're going to have 10, 15 scooters whip in front of you. So I actually think I passed the truck going by. I think I actually passed the bakery, so I'm going to have to turn around and head back. But I'm going to go ahead and walk all the way up here just a little bit farther, just to see if I actually did pass it. And I also have to watch out. There's wires all over the place. Yeah, I definitely passed it, so I'm going to have to turn around and pay attention to where I'm walking. So I'm going to turn around here. I'll do a little video of this restaurant maybe when I get inside. But this is just a little video walking along the boulevard, or sorry, walking along the National Highway. You'll see these all over the place too. They make furniture. We actually have a bamboo bed frame that we bought at a place because I have a king-size mattress, and the apartment that I moved into had a queen-size frame, so had to buy a bigger bed frame. I turned the camera back on because there was an ambulance going by. I found out, or I was told, I mean, that they don't have paramedics or EMTs here. Basically, their ambulance, all you're going to do is get it transported to a hospital. So that's another reason why you really don't want to live too far from a hospital, because you're not going to get any critical care, and your transport to the hospital. Got a whole bunch of little stores here. Got water tanks for sale, and now I mentioned the little store, well, the big store right by my apartment where there's a hardware store. You do have major hardware stores here. You have Triumph, which they're building a new Triumph down on the way to Bacong. There's one up in Sibulan. Can't think of the name of them right now. City Hardware, DIY. So you do have some large actual hardware stores, like a smaller version of a Lowe's or Menards. But generally, you can buy things a lot cheaper at the little small stores. Like right across the street from my apartment, there's a place that says, they have tools for sale. But a lot of the stuff you're going to buy here is going to be made in China, so really cheap stuff. So you're not going to get very good quality, although you can order it on Lazada, which is like the Philippines version of Amazon. You can actually order Amazon here and have it delivered. I've ordered a few things, like if I'm ordering something like my walking sandals. I ordered those on on Amazon because I was afraid that if I ordered them off of Lazada, they would just be cheap knockoffs. And they were about the same price as Amazon. They were almost 50 US dollars. But it was a very good investment. There's so much more. I can't wear flip-flops. Okay, so I did pass it up. Oh, there's a laundromat right here. That's good to know. This one, the one I took my clothes to, only has like one washer. But here's the Octagon sports bar, which I've never been into, but it's supposed to be pretty nice. And here is the French bakery, the Elise's Big House. I was going to come here yesterday, but they're closed on Saturdays. So let's check out what they have here. Mayong butag. Ooh, we got all kinds. So I got my croissants. I'm gonna walk back home. I wasn't gonna do any more videos. I was gonna finish, but we had a brownout last night. I guess there was a couple of transformers that flew down in Bacong. So right in the middle of the night, from like 3 a.m. until after 6 a.m. this morning, we had no power. So it got kind of warm last night in the bedroom. Vulcanizing. You'll see these places all over the place. There's one actually right on the road going to my apartment. Here's another one. And what they do is repair tires. Like I said, switching hands here. Like I said, you know, people don't make much money here. So instead of, you know, they run their scooters, their motorbikes, their vehicles into the dirt, you know, and if they get a flat tire, instead of going and buying a new tire, they'll just go have it replaced because that's all they can afford to do. But I'll be really glad when this 7-Eleven opens. They've been working on it for quite a while. And like I said, it's just, my apartment's just right on the other side of that wall. You can actually see the apartments through there. But yeah, that's another thing I don't miss about my old place is it was on a major road going up into the mountains, and that's all you heard was scooters, motorbikes with no mufflers, all day long, all night long. And where I'm at now, it's not as noisy, and even though I'm this close to the National Highway, the place has really good insulation. It doesn't take long to cool everything off when I turn the aircon on, and I really don't hear the noise. But anyway, getting back to the barber shop. It was 60 pesos, but won't do that again. They cut my hair way too short. I'll spend extra, a little bit of money to get a really good haircut in downtown, but I wanted to, didn't want to drive to downtown, just walk over there. See, here's another vulcanizing place. So, and there's little stores all over the place. So yeah, it's a very nice neighborhood. But that's my walk along National Highway. Thanks for joining. Please subscribe, please like, please comment, as that helps with the algorithm, and maybe I'll actually start to get some subscribers. Thanks again for watching, and I appreciate you all. Thank you.